In this lesson, we're going to work with changing the appearance of the worksheet. And we're going to start with resizing our columns and our rows. And I'm going to show you several different ways to do this. To resize just a column by itself, if you take your cursor up to the columns here where it says A, B, and C, and then when you see it change to this double arrow, you can click and drag to make your columns wider or narrower. And the same thing works for rows. Your rows are labeled 1, 2, and 3, and so as you drag your mouse down in between rows 1 and 2, you can click when you have the arrows that point up and down, and then you can drag and make it larger or smaller. Now we can also choose a column like this by clicking on just the A itself and coming over to our cells and format, and we can change our column width by clicking the column width section, and you can see we're sitting at 12.29 inches, and if I wanted to make it bigger, say a 14, I can change it to that and it's going to make it a little wider. Now we could also, another way we can do this is I can select the whole table by just clicking on the A and dragging over to the end of my table, which is column D here, and I'm going to go back to the format in the cells group, and I'm going to go to auto fit column width, and this is going to make all my columns fit the text that's in that column. So therefore each word or sets of words is going to be shown, and we can do the same thing with our rows. We can auto fit the row height, and so therefore it makes it bigger or smaller. Now I'm going to make them a little bigger just for some other things that we're going to do today. 30, and we'll do the same thing with the column width, make that just a little larger. There. So that is using auto fit and a few other things, clicking in between the letters and the numbers to drag out our column width or our row height. We are also going to deal with alignment, and as you see here, my text is in the bottom portion of the cell. Well, here in my alignment group, I've got 3 buttons here. Then the one that is selected is the bottom align. I can center align that by clicking this button, or I can top align it by choosing that button, and then of course I can move it around my cell by choosing right align, center align, or the left align. So all 3 of those allow me to align my buttons or align my text in several different areas. Now if I want this to be over my whole table, I'm going to select my table, and I'm going to go back to the alignment section, and you see the little button there that has the A with the arrows. It's called merge and center. This is going to merge those cells and center my text above my table. So that does both things for me, whereas normally in Word, remember, it only did one thing and we had to center the text ourselves. Now if my font was a little larger here, I'm going to click in my cell, and let's say I want to open up my format cells, and I'm going to click on alignment, and I want to change the alignment of my text maybe to something that looks like this, that's at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to click OK, and now you see that I've changed the alignment of my text to a whole nother look instead of it being just straight across. And I can do more than one cell at a time by doing the exact same thing, only selecting those cells. So we have changed our column width, our row height, and we have done some alignment and merged a cell together in this lesson. In our next lesson in changing appearance, we will deal with changing the appearance of some of our cells.